Have you ever felt like your mind just won't stop talking? Thoughts racing, worries piling up, memories of the past clashing with fears of the future until it feels like you're carrying a storm inside your head? You wake up, and before your feet even touch the ground, you reach for your phone, hundreds of notifications, endless social media updates, breaking news flashing with negativity. By the time you take your first sip of coffee, your mind is already overloaded, cluttered, and exhausted. It feels as though life is running you instead of you running life. And the truth is, you are not alone. Millions of people wake up every day with a heavy, restless mind. But here's the good news. You don't have to live like this. There is a way to clear the noise, reclaim your peace, and recharge your inner world. It's called a mental detox, and it's life-changing. Think about it. When your body feels heavy, when toxins build up, you cleanse. You drink water, you eat lighter, you detox. But what about your mind? We often forget that our thoughts, emotions, and memories can pile up like garbage in a room. The more you leave it unattended, the harder it becomes to move freely. Just like a messy house, a cluttered mind steals your energy, your clarity, and your joy. If you've been feeling stuck, anxious, or drained, it's not always because life is against you. It might just be because your mind needs space to breathe. Imagine walking into a room filled with scattered papers, dust, and old junk. You can't find what you're looking for. You feel stressed and irritated. But when you finally take the time to clean it, throw away what doesn't matter, and organize what's important, suddenly the room feels lighter, brighter, and full of possibilities. That's exactly what happens when you detox your mind. You make room for creativity. You make space for peace. You rediscover the energy you thought you lost. In today's world, mental detox is not a luxury, it's a necessity. We live in the noisiest era in history. Every second, something is fighting for your attention. Advertisements, notifications, opinions, comparisons, they all sneak into your mind and settle there like dust. And just like dust, if you don't clear it, it piles up until it suffocates you. But here's the empowering part. You have the power to press reset. You can choose what stays and what goes in your mental space. You can filter out the junk and hold on to what strengthens you. This journey isn't about escaping reality or ignoring life's challenges. It's about equipping yourself with the clarity and calmness to face them with strength. Because a cluttered mind reacts, but a clear mind creates. A cluttered mind panics, but a clear mind finds solutions. And when you detox your mind, you step into a life where you are no longer drowning in noise, you're finally in control. So today we are going to take a powerful journey together. Step by step, you will learn how to release what no longer serves you, how to protect your inner peace, and how to fill your mind with energy that pushes you forward. By the end, you won't just feel lighter, you'll feel unstoppable. If you've been craving peace, clarity, and a fresh start, this is your moment. Let's begin the journey to detox your mind and discover the strength, focus, and freedom that's been waiting inside you all along. Part 1. Cut out. Mental junk. If you want to detox your mind, the very first step is simple but powerful. Cut out the mental junk. Think about your diet. When you want to feel healthier, you don't just add more vegetables and water, you first cut down on processed foods, sugar, and things that drain your energy. The same is true for your mind. Before you can fill it with positivity, you must first stop feeding it with negativity. Most people don't realize how much junk they consume mentally every single day. The endless scroll on social media, the gossip at work, the negative headlines on the news, the constant drama that fills our feeds. It all sneaks into our minds and stays there, clouding our focus. Imagine waking up and eating junk food every single meal. You wouldn't feel strong or energized. That's exactly what happens when you feed your mind with toxic input. You feel tired, anxious, and scattered without even knowing why. Let me paint you a picture. A young professional wakes up every morning and immediately checks their phone. Within seconds, they see a celebrity scandal, a tragic news headline, and a perfect life photo from a friend online. Without realizing it, their mood has already shifted. They feel heavy before their day even begins. That's the silent power of mental junk. It creeps into your mind and steals your peace before you even step outside. But here's the truth. You don't have to live like this. You can choose what you consume. Start by becoming aware of your mental diet. Ask yourself, is this content uplifting me or draining me? Does this conversation inspire me or fill me with negativity? If it doesn't help you grow, it doesn't deserve a place in your mind. Practical steps matter here. Set boundaries for your social media use. Limit your news intake, stay informed, but don't drown in negativity. Surround yourself with people who lift you higher, not those who drag you down. Replace junk with nourishment. Listen to uplifting podcasts, read inspiring books, or simply spend quiet time with your own thoughts. Detoxing your mind is not about ignoring reality, it's about filtering it. Just like you wouldn't put spoiled food on your plate, stop serving your mind toxic input. When you cut out the junk, you'll feel lighter, calmer, and more focused. You'll realize that peace isn't found by adding more, it's found by removing what doesn't belong. Part 2. Release the past. If there's one thing that clutters the mind more than anything else, it's the weight of the past. Old regrets, past mistakes, grudges, heartbreaks, they sit inside like heavy luggage that you carry everywhere. Imagine trying to run a race while dragging 3 heavy suitcases behind you. You wouldn't last long, yet that's exactly what so many of us do mentally. We try to move forward in life while dragging yesterday's pain with us. Here's the truth. Your mind cannot detox if it's stuck replaying the past. Every time you relive a mistake or hold on to a grudge, you're giving your mental energy away. You're feeding your present with yesterday's pain. And the more you do this, the harder it becomes to see the opportunities in front of you. Think about someone who went through a difficult breakup years ago but never truly let it go. On the surface, they've moved on, they have a new job, new friends, maybe even a new relationship. But deep inside, the pain still echoes. They compare, they doubt, they fear repeating the same mistakes. Instead of living freely, they're still chained to what happened before. That's what happens when the past isn't released. It shapes your present and blinds your future. But here's the powerful shift. Letting go is not about erasing memories or pretending pain didn't happen. It's about freeing yourself from being controlled by it. Forgiveness, both of others and of yourself, is one of the greatest mental detox tools you'll ever have. It's like cutting the rope on that heavy luggage so you can finally run free. Ask yourself today, what am I still holding on to that no longer serves me? What memory, what mistake, what regret is cluttering my mind? Write it down. Look at it. And then remind yourself, the past cannot be changed, but your relationship with it can. Detoxing your mind means creating space for new beginnings. It means choosing peace over resentment, growth over regret, and freedom over chains. The past was a lesson, not a prison sentence. The moment you release it, you reclaim your energy, your clarity, and your power. Remember this, you cannot step into the future if your feet are stuck in yesterday. Release the past, and you'll open the door to a lighter, freer, and more powerful mind. Part 3. Practice mindful breathing. Sometimes detoxing your mind doesn't require hours of work or big life changes. Sometimes it starts with something as simple as your breath. We often forget that the breath is not just a physical function, it's also a bridge between the body and the mind. When your thoughts are racing, when your heart is pounding, when your emotions feel overwhelming, your breath is the tool that can bring everything back into balance. Think about the last time you felt stressed, maybe stuck in traffic, rushing to meet a deadline, or facing an unexpected problem. Your shoulders tensed, your chest tightened, your thoughts spun out of control. But here's the secret. In moments like that, you don't need to run away. You need to breathe. Just a few slow, intentional breaths can change everything. Imagine this, a student before an important exam, hands shaking, mind scattered. Instead of panicking, they close their eyes and inhale deeply, 4 seconds in, hold for 4, then slowly exhale for 6. After repeating this a few times, their heartbeat slows, their mind steadies, and clarity returns. That's the power of mindful breathing. It's like pressing the reset button on your nervous system. The science backs it up too. Deep, controlled breathing signals your brain to calm down. It lowers stress hormones, improves focus, and releases the tension your body holds. In just a few minutes, your entire state shifts. And the best part? You can do it anywhere, at work, at home, even in the middle of chaos. Here's a simple practice to try. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and place one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. Inhale deeply through your nose, letting your stomach rise. Hold for a moment, then exhale slowly through your mouth. Do this for just 2 to 3 minutes, and you'll feel your mind begin to quiet. Breathing mindfully is like giving your mind a mini detox every time stress shows up. It clears the fog, slows the chaos, and brings you back to the present moment. Because often the clutter in your mind isn't just the past or the future, it's the noise of right now. And your breath is the anchor that brings you back to peace. So the next time your mind feels heavy, don't reach for distractions. Don't drown in worry. Instead, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let your mind reset. Sometimes clarity is just one breath away. Part 4. Journal your thoughts. One of the most powerful ways to detox your mind is also one of the simplest, journaling. Think of your mind like a crowded room filled with voices, ideas, worries, and emotions all talking at once. It's noisy. It's overwhelming. You can't think clearly because everything is tangled together. Now imagine taking all of those thoughts and putting them on paper. Suddenly the noise is no longer trapped inside your head. It's organized, visible, and manageable. That's the magic of journaling. So many of us carry stress simply because we never release it. We replay problems in our heads again and again, hoping they'll sort themselves out. But the truth is, your mind isn't designed to hold everything, it's designed to process. And writing gives it that outlet. Picture someone who feels restless every night, lying awake in bed, their mind racing with to-do lists, regrets, and worries. Sleep never comes because their brain won't shut off. Then one evening, they try something different. They grab a notebook and spend 10 minutes writing down every thought, every worry, every plan, every emotion. When they close the journal, something amazing happens. Their mind feels lighter. They sleep peacefully for the first time in weeks. Why? Because the paper is now holding the burden, not their brain. Journaling doesn't have to be complicated.
It can be as simple as 3 lines each morning, one thing you're grateful for, one worry you're releasing, and one goal for the day. Or it can be free-flow writing, where you let every thought spill out without judgment. The goal isn't to be a great writer, it's to empty your mind, to give yourself space. Another powerful practice is gratitude journaling. When you intentionally write down what you're thankful for, your perspective shifts. Instead of focusing on problems, your brain begins to notice blessings. Over time, this rewires your mind to lean toward positivity instead of negativity. Think of journaling as a detox ritual. Every word you put down clears out mental clutter. Every page you fill creates space for clarity and calm. And the best part is, once you write something down, you don't have to carry it anymore. The notebook holds it, so your mind doesn't have to. So, the next time your thoughts feel overwhelming, don't bottle them up. Pick up a pen, grab a notebook, and let it out. Because sometimes, the most powerful way to detox your mind is simply to write it free. Part 5. Create digital boundaries. One of the biggest sources of mental clutter today isn't something you can see or touch, it's the endless digital world. Your phone buzzes, your email pings, your social media feed never ends. Notifications fight for your attention every second, and before you realize it, hours have passed, leaving your mind overstimulated and exhausted. If you want to truly detox your mind, you must create digital boundaries. Think about how often you check your phone in a single day. Studies show that the average person checks it hundreds of times. Every beep, every vibration, every red dot pulls your mind into a state of urgency, even when it's not important. Imagine trying to clean your house while 10 people constantly knock on your door, you'd never finish. That's what happens to your brain when you let technology control your attention. Picture this: a young professional sits down to work on an important project. They open their laptop with focus, but within minutes, a notification pops up, an email, then a text, then a social media alert. 2 hours later, the project is untouched, and their mind is scattered in 10 directions. That's not just wasted time, it's mental clutter. Creating digital boundaries doesn't mean throwing away your devices. Technology is powerful and necessary, but it must serve you, not control you. Start with simple changes. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Do you really need to know every time someone likes your post? Probably not. Create phone-free zones, like your bedroom, your dinner table, or your morning routine. Instead of grabbing your phone first thing in the morning, try starting your day with silence, gratitude, or breathing. Notice how much calmer your mind feels. Another powerful habit is scheduling digital detox times. For example, no screens for 1 hour before bed. During that hour, you can read, journal, or simply reflect. This not only clears your mind but also improves your sleep, since screens constantly flood your brain with stimulation. Remember, your attention is one of your greatest assets. Every time you allow it to be hijacked by unnecessary digital noise, you're giving away your peace. Boundaries are not about restriction, they're about freedom. They give you control over your mental space. So, the next time your phone buzzes, ask yourself, does this deserve my attention right now? Because every time you say no to digital clutter, you say yes to clarity, focus, and peace of mind. Part 6. Spend time in nature. There is a reason why you feel lighter after a walk in the park or calmer after sitting by the ocean. Nature has a way of clearing the mind like nothing else. In our busy, screen-filled world, we often forget that one of the most powerful tools to detox the mind is just outside our door. Think about the last time you were surrounded by nature, maybe walking through a forest, standing on a mountain, or simply sitting in your backyard under the evening sky. For a moment, the noise of life faded. The worries that seemed so heavy began to feel smaller. That's not a coincidence. Nature naturally resets the mind. Science proves this too. Studies show that spending time outdoors reduces stress hormones, improves mood, and boosts focus. Even just 20 minutes in nature can calm an anxious mind and increase feelings of peace. Why? Because nature reminds us to slow down. The trees don't rush. The rivers don't hurry. The sky doesn't compete. It simply exists, and being in that environment allows your mind to breathe again. Picture this: someone feeling overwhelmed with deadlines, emails, and responsibilities. They step outside, leave their phone behind, and walk in silence along a quiet path. At first, their mind is still racing. But as they keep walking, they begin to notice the sound of birds, the rustle of leaves, the warmth of the sun. Slowly, their breathing evens out, their shoulders relax, and the storm inside their head begins to quiet. That's the detox power of nature. It clears the clutter without you even trying. You don't need a vacation to feel this. Start small. Take a daily walk without your phone. Spend 10 minutes watching the sunset. Sit under a tree and simply breathe. These moments may seem simple, but they act like medicine for the mind. In a world filled with constant digital stimulation, nature offers the perfect counterbalance. It grounds you, centers you, and gives your mind the stillness it craves. Detox isn't always about doing more, it's often about returning to what is already around you. So, the next time your thoughts feel heavy, step outside. Let the wind, the trees, and the open sky remind you of what really matters. Because when you spend time in nature, you're not just clearing your mind, you're reconnecting with peace.
Part 7. Feed your mind with positivity. Detoxing your mind isn't just about removing the negative, it's also about replacing it with the positive. Imagine clearing out a room of all the junk, but then leaving it empty. Sooner or later, the clutter will return. The same goes for your mind. Once you cut out toxic inputs and release old burdens, you must intentionally feed your mind with positivity, or the negativity will creep back in. Think of your mind like a garden. If you don't plant flowers, weeds will grow on their own. In the same way, if you don't choose positive input, negative thoughts, doubts, and fears will find their way back in. That's why feeding your mind with uplifting content, empowering habits, and inspiring voices is so important. Picture someone who used to spend hours gossiping, scrolling, and comparing their life to others online. After detoxing, they made a new choice. Every morning, instead of checking social media, they read a few pages of a motivational book or listened to a podcast filled with encouragement. Over time, their mindset transformed. Instead of starting the day with comparison and self-doubt, they started it with courage and confidence. That's the power of choosing what you feed your mind. Practical steps are simple but life-changing. Replace gossip with gratitude. Instead of drowning in negative news, spend time learning something new that excites you. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire, not those who drain you. Fill your playlist with motivational talks or music that energizes you. Even small daily doses of positivity can shift your mindset completely. Affirmations are another powerful tool. By repeating positive statements like, "I am capable," "I am worthy," or "I am in control of my peace," you reprogram your brain to believe in your strength. Over time, these affirmations become your inner voice, replacing the old habits of self-doubt. Remember this: positivity is not about ignoring life's challenges. It's about giving your mind the strength and energy to face them. When you feed your mind with uplifting thoughts, you build resilience. You create mental armor that helps you rise above negativity instead of sinking into it. So ask yourself today, what am I feeding my mind? Because just like your body becomes what you eat, your mind becomes what you consume. Choose positivity and watch your entire life transform from the inside out. Now that we've explored the steps to detox your mind, it's time to step back and see the bigger picture. Detoxing your mind isn't just a one-time act, it's a lifestyle. It's a commitment to yourself that you will no longer let negativity, stress, or chaos control your thoughts. It's about taking responsibility for your inner world. Because your mind is the most powerful tool you own, and what you feed it shapes every aspect of your life. Think about how life feels when your mind is clear. Decisions are easier. Creativity flows naturally. You see solutions instead of problems. You feel lighter, calmer, and more present. That's the reward of a detoxed mind. Freedom. Freedom from overthinking. Freedom from anxiety. Freedom from the weight of the past. And the beauty is, you don't need to wait for some perfect moment. You can start right now. Detoxing your mind is a journey of small, intentional steps. Cutting out mental junk, releasing the past, practicing mindful breathing, journaling your thoughts, creating digital boundaries, spending time in nature, and feeding your mind with positivity. Each of these acts might seem simple on its own, but together, they create a transformation that's profound. They are not just techniques, they are acts of self-love, acts of courage, and acts of empowerment. Remember this, your mind has the incredible ability to shape your reality. A cluttered mind reacts, doubts, and fears. A clear mind creates, believes, and acts with confidence. When you choose to detox, you are choosing clarity over confusion, peace over chaos, and growth over stagnation. You are giving yourself the gift of mental freedom, the kind that allows you to pursue your goals, embrace happiness, and live fully. And here's the truth most people overlook. Mental detox is not about avoiding life. It's about facing it with strength. It's about being able to sit with your thoughts without panic, to handle challenges without overwhelm, and to respond rather than react. It's about reclaiming your power so that no circumstance, no negative input, and no past mistake can control your inner world. So today, make a choice. Start small if you need to, just one step, one practice, 1 minute of mindfulness. But take that step, because every action you take to care for your mind is an investment in your future. Every moment you spend decluttering your thoughts, clearing your mental space, and nurturing positivity is a moment that builds the life you deserve. Your mind is your most valuable asset. Protect it, nourish it, detox it. And in doing so, you will discover the peace, clarity, and unstoppable strength that have been inside you all along. Life is too short to live with a cluttered mind. The time to start is now. Clear your mind, free your thoughts, and step into the best version of yourself, because the life you've been waiting for begins with the thoughts you choose to keep.